They say the three-eyed raven sees everything, past, present, and future. But what if he saw too much? What if, in his desperate attempt to stop the long night, he became the very thing he feared most? What if Bran Stark is the Night King? At first glance, it sounds impossible, outrageous. How could the broken boy of Winterfell, the gentle soul who watched his family fall and rose to mystical heights, become the cold, merciless face of death? But as we look deeper into the timeline, the magic, the unspoken clues, a chilling truth begins to take shape. Brandon Stark was never ordinary. He was marked from the beginning. The boy who fell from a tower and lived. Not just lived, changed. The fall may have broken his body, but it awakened something ancient within him. A connection to the old gods, the weirwoods, the past itself. And through that power, time lost meaning. Bran didn't just see memories. He walked through them. He spoke to his father in a vision, and Ned turned, as if hearing a whisper from across time. He touched young Hodor's mind, and shattered it forever. One word, "hold the door," screamed across time, breaking a boy's spirit and binding his fate. This wasn't just observation, it was interference. Real, tangible, dangerous. So now imagine this. The White Walkers are coming, Westeros is unprepared, the world teeters on the edge of extinction. What if Bran, in his desperation, does the unthinkable? What if he reaches back, farther than ever before? Back to the beginning. To the moment when the Night King was first born. The children of the forest were at war with men. To defend themselves, they captured one of their enemies, a man, and plunged dragonglass into his heart, creating the first White Walker. We see this in Bran's vision. But what if there's more? What if Bran was that man? What if he warged into the body of the man chosen for the ritual, thinking he could stop it from within? But once the dragonglass pierced the heart, his soul was trapped. His mind corrupted. His purpose lost. It explains so much. The Night King's strange fixation on Bran, that intense stare they exchanged in the Godswood, not of hatred, not of triumph, but of familiarity, recognition, as if looking into a reflection of what once was. It explains the spiral symbols, eerily similar to the children's sacred patterns. It explains why the Night King marked Bran during a vision, not to kill him, but to connect with him, to tether their souls even tighter across time. And most chilling of all, it explains why the Night King marched straight to Winterfell, not to destroy Bran, but to end the cycle, to return, to complete the loop. Bran's powers over time are dangerous. The three-eyed raven warned him, the past is not as fixed as it seems. The ink is dry, he said, but was it really? We saw Bran alter events, not massively, but enough. Enough to plant the seed that maybe, just maybe, he could change everything. And in trying to change everything, he became the very force that shaped history. The tragedy deepens when you consider Bran's complete emotional detachment by the final season. He no longer identifies as Brandon Stark. He speaks in riddles. He sees no future for himself, no role in leadership, until the final moment. When the throne is empty and chaos reigns, he says one line that chills the blood. "Why do you think I came all this way?" What? Bran, the boy who was broken, who said he didn't want power, becomes king of the Six Kingdoms. Not by ambition, not by force, but by design. He knew it would happen. He saw it happen. He may have even made it happen. Every step along the way, Jon's resurrection, Daenerys' downfall, Arya's training, the battle plans, the council vote, it all unfolded as if Bran was guiding the pieces on a cosmic chessboard. But here's the twist. What if becoming king wasn't his goal? What if it was his penance? What if, after years trapped inside the mind of the Night King, he found a way to escape by allowing Arya to kill the frozen version of himself? What if that final moment in the Godswood wasn't the Night King's defeat, but Bran's release? And yet something lingers, something hollow. Because even as king, Bran is empty, cold. He smiles, but it's distant. He speaks, but rarely. He rules, but not as a man, more like a memory that wears a crown. This is why the theory resonates so deeply. It's not just about plot twists. It's about the themes that define Game of Thrones. Fate, power, sacrifice, the dangers of seeing too much and doing too little. George R.R. Martin has always layered his stories with echoes of tragedy, characters trying to escape their destiny, only to fulfill it. Bran's story fits that mold too perfectly to ignore. The boy who wanted to fly, soared too close to the sun, and perhaps fell again. Because here's the cruelest possibility of all. What if Bran didn't just become the Night King once, but over and over again? Each time trying to fix it, each time failing, each time becoming trapped, a loop of time and magic and sorrow that repeats across the ages. The Night King isn't just a villain, he's a wound, a scar in the timeline. And maybe Bran is the one who made it bleed. It's a theory, yes, but one that weaves itself through every moment of Bran's story. Every cold stare, every cryptic line, every haunting vision. And once you see it, truly see it, you start to wonder, was the Long Night ever truly defeated, or did it just change its face? So what do you believe? Was Bran Stark secretly the Night King all along? Or is this just another illusion, another thread of tinfoil spinning wildly in the winds of fan speculation? Either way, the thought lingers like a whisper in the weirwoods, cold, silent, and watching. There are still dozens of mysteries buried beneath the snow in Westeros, ancient prophecies, hidden bloodlines, secret betrayals, and forgotten heroes waiting to be remembered. So stay with us here in the Story Chamber, where every theory has teeth, every shadow tells a tale, and no secret stays buried for long. Explore our other Game of Thrones videos, from the origin of the White Walkers of Valyria to the dark destiny of Azor Ahai. Subscribe, join the realm, because winter was never truly over. Thanks for watching, and remember, the past is not always dead. Sometimes it's just waiting.